should go. And for me personally, I think you should go on who the person is, because you can see somebody's potential and they never get there. Yes, you can, and you can see their potential and they don't. Sometimes they do, but majority of the time they don't, because they don't see the potential that you see in them. So if you're out here trying to make somebody be something that you see, but something that they don't see, you're wasting your time.
So women can't follow or can't submit to men who aren't in themselves at that moment a leader.
They can.
But
then
it's hard.
It creates a turmoil between one another.
Exactly. Where it's now not husband and wife, it's husband versus wife.
Versus wife. And with my relationship, it's never a versus.
No.
We are always together. We're always standing on the same, we are walking on the same beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. I feel like a lot of people lack that, or some people lack that, and that's where problems become in the situation.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? In their situation.
Do you guys feel that is there always have to be a leader versus a follower in a relationship?
It's balance.
That's what I always say.
Because even with him, sometimes if it's something that he's doing or something, I'm gonna speak up on that. Like, babe, I don't think, or I'm gonna give my opinion. You get what I'm saying?
Same with my wife. Like, if sometimes she'll be like, "That's not a good idea,"
right?
And you just gotta listen.
As a man,
sometimes
you find a way to like fit your when to lead and when to let her.
Yeah.
But everybody can't necessarily agree, because sometimes you may, like, sometimes people think it's hard to hear the truth when they think that what they're thinking is right. So it's like in a relationship when somebody says this ain't right, but then it's just like, I know this shit is right.
But
like,
sometimes you gotta let somebody crash the car.
You gotta let somebody crash that.
Sometimes you gotta let them crash the car.
At what point to hurt the family? Is there
absolutely
a certain point
not.
where you say
absolutely not?
Is there a certain point where you put your foot down? As like,
yeah, for sure.
Now,
for sure.
Yeah. Now, as a man, is it harder to communicate to a woman at that position when she like knows she's right in her mind?
It is.
How do you get to that point?
The ego. The ego is what gets in your way every time.
It's basically how you say stuff.
It's how you say it.
1,000%.
It's how you say stuff. Like when I know when to sugarcoat stuff. I know when to stand firm. I know when to give her the shock value of just being a total asshole.
Yeah.
And see, I'm the type of nigga, I don't like sugarcoating. Like, tell me, I don't care if it hurt my feelings. Tell me the truth.
But as a female lady, sometimes could be a little bit more sensitive.
November 4th?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you have to be.
So with her being sensitive, like, she's very sensitive.
Yeah.
She can be mean, she can be sensitive, she can be sweet, she's a bit of everything. She's just emotional.
Yeah.
So I have to handle her a certain type of way. I wait till it's timing.
Yeah. I had to learn that with my wife too, because I'm a straightforward dude. Like, my whole family's straightforward, so I would say shit direct to my wife and it'll shut her down.
But you're an Aquarius, right? You're an Aquarius, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What you say you learned what?
I mean, I learned that. I was
yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
So I'm hearing learning your partner is really important.
That is the most important thing. And it's communication. I mean, there was times in the beginning of our relationship that he would address something in front of everybody. Yeah. To me.
So is that a disconnect that we're not learning each other as we should?
Yes, definitely.
But it's also a combination of a lot of people that don't even know themselves, let alone knowing their partner.
So but see,
you don't even know who the hell you are deep down inside.
Right.
So how do I have the ability to learn you?
To learn you when you don't even know you. Right, exactly. You don't know you. But as like I said, there was times and then I'll sit and listen, but then that defense mode go up. Yeah. But I know that if I'm gonna keep fighting back because of the person that he is, it's not gonna go anywhere. Right. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just gonna be a mess. So sometimes I had to learn to let it go. But then in the privacy of our own stuff, like, babe, like what you said, you really didn't have to say that in front of her. Or you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna express that. And he learned that. He understood that, because even though we're all family or we're all friends or whatever, I don't want everybody to see a certain side of me. Not everybody. Yes, not everybody is gonna. I don't want people to perceive me how you perceive me behind closed doors.
Yeah, and see, it took me a lot of time in my relationship to learn that, because I was always on the defense. Growing up, I was always defensive of myself. Mm-hmm. So, like with me and my husband, he some shit would be wrong, and that's why I asked Uncle P, was he an Aquarius? Because my husband is the same way. He'll say how he feel, and that's it. Like, that's it. So he would say some shit, and I just be like, hold up, back the fuck up. Like, who you talking to like that? So it was just like, I had to realize in front of people, we are a union. Mm-hmm. Behind closed doors, he gonna tell me how he feel, but I had to wait for the behind closed doors, and I was impatient. It was just like, he would say some shit, and it's just like, hold the fuck up, nigga, who you talking? But then I had to step back and realize, like, you presenting a split union in front of these people. Save that shit for behind closed doors, and that that helped us.
That's
like
definitely
your marriage is a brand, and you got to protect your brand.
Your brand,
in front of the public.
Wow.
But behind closed doors, like you might have to tell your spouse.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hold up.
How hard is that as a man to hear? You know,
early on it's hard.
Yeah.
But when you realize somebody really is doing it for the love of you, then it ain't that hard.
Yeah.
And I'm a straight, like, tell me what I'm fucking up at.
Yeah,
it don't matter what it is. Pull it off. Don't try to take it off. So, nigga, take the fucking Band-Aid
Pull
off.
it. Let me know what the fuck I'm doing
So let me
wrong.
ask you this, and everybody that's married can weigh in on this. Like, during the pandemic, like, how was it in the relationship? Because a lot of people got divorced between 2020 and now. Because a lot of people recognize that I don't actually fucking like you. So how was it? I had to spend every day with your motherfucking ass. So like, tell me, all three of y'all, like, how was it during the pandemic where it's like, you had to look at this motherfucker every day. Y'all are on lockdown. We are ordering takeout. We are cooking. We are cleaning. We are doing all the fucking things in the house because everybody was working from home. Nobody leaving the fucking house.
Can I start with that?
Yes.
Before the pandemic, I would tell my wife, I need space.
Yeah.
So if I'm upstairs watching TV, don't come bother me. Like, I need space. Like, I need space
Kat
from
is
you.
a very social woman.
Bro.
So I know for a fact she was sitting right here the whole fucking time.
Bring her friends over. I'm like, yo, but if I'm upstairs chilling, like, I could come home, she got all her homegirls drinking shots. Hey, you drink with us. I'll take a couple shots. I'm going upstairs.
She give you your time.
And I give her time. That's important, too. Because I don't want to come here and then y'all can't be yourselves. Like, women want to be themselves. Like,
Right.
And it don't even have to be my wife who want to be herself. Your homegirl ain't going to be herself around me.
Right. Because you're the only man in the room, so you're going to make things a little bit uncomfortable.
But it was also your house.
And it's your house.
It don't matter. To me, it's also her house, too.
Right.
Right. Ooh. So it's y'all's house.
Y'all's house.
So I'm going to give her the same respect.
Context.
If my homeboys are there, I don't want you over here taking shots. And if the music is on, don't be twerking in front of my homeboys.
Right.
Yeah. Go upstairs.
Right. Yeah. So during the pandemic, I don't know. It was like, I felt like it was a great thing with us. We didn't, I don't remember clashing. Babe.
Q.
He right there. I don't think it was a clash because our relationship, he's always gone. He go out and he travels.
Back.
So the question, bro.
He heard the question.
The question was, how was the relationship during the pandemic? Did we clash? I don't think we did.
It might have made us closer.
I think it made us closer.
Like we argue. I mean, we complained about the world together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still was gonna make money anyway.
Right.
He made money. I made money.
Yeah.
We still figured it out.
So y'all got balance. Y'all have a really good
That's the key word, bro.
It keeps coming up.
I actually enjoyed being home and not having to, because like I said, we both on the move. Yeah. Whether it's me was working or going, at that time I was in school. Or just getting out of school, I think it was, or something like that. During the pandemic, I was going to school. I was done with school. I just finished school.
Yeah. You opened up the
2020.
room in the pandemic.
Yes. So it was like trying to jumped out the window on that.
Yeah, I did
Head
too. I was
fucking first,
yeah.
but I didn't land on my face though.
Yeah.
So it was. I think it was a good thing. It brought us closer because he was at home. He was sitting still. He wasn't really going, moving around. Mm-hmm. I was at home. So it kind of brought our family, not just us, it was our family. The kids were getting more time with us. We were able to sit down. We were doing a lot of things. We just made it fun, to be honest, in the house.
That's the key.
So, I mean, at some point in time, was it like, damn, when are you leaving? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, is it time for him to go or whatever? Like, it's time for him to go. But I can say that, and to be honest, I just said this to you, because wasn't I showing you on Martin? It was the episode on Martin when Gina was leaving to go out of town. And he was like, I love you, babe. I love you. I miss you. I'm going to miss you. You already got the door closed. Yeah, the door closed. He was like, peace. Party over here.
Every nigga feel like that a little bit.
But it was me.
Yeah.
Hold up. It wasn't a nigga. It was me.
Yeah.
Because he was gone. So he leave. And I be like, yes. Now I can lay in the bed. I can just be like watching my TV. Ain't got to worry about nothing.
That's why I say.
Human beings both feel that.
Yeah. Alone time is so important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is important.
That's
a long time is definitely
some
important.
Of the issues of a lot of these relationships, because we're all like in each other's face 24/7.
But see, that's something that we don't have, and I don't. And
we know you got balance.
Yeah,
y'all got good balance.
I guess so. It's kind of hard. I guess it's hard.
And I think a lot of times in this current generation, a lot of millennials and above, we tend to value love over like.
Yeah.
But a lot of niggas love their wife, but don't like them.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, we value the love more than the like.
That right
like
there.
I know a lot of niggas who love their partner.
No, seriously,
but they don't really like.
They don't really like them.
I don't know if that's good to be in a relationship.
It's not.
Absolutely
it's not good. That's not healthy at all.
That's why balance is important.
Before we go into that, Q, I want to get your opinion on you being in the pandemic, and then we can cycle into.
Obviously, it was good because she had a baby during the pandemic.
But
you hold on.
Okay.
You got one of them pandemic babies.
Yes, she has a pandemic baby. And let me tell you something. My niece is treacherous.
I know she's strong as hell.
Strong as hell. She is a whole tiger. Yo, she comes in this house and be bouncing, jumping. I mean, you can't even keep up with her. I'm like, yo, this is a different child. Bro, those babies,
them panty babies,
they different.
She definitely is different. But for me and my husband, it was different because I'm used to being the wife that is the one that's going to, like, I was raised, my parents split up. So it was like, I wasn't raised by my mom. I was raised by my dad. And my dad was always the one to go get it. Like, I got to go get this money. I got to do this. I got to do that. So I grew up to be like that. So it's just like, I was going to get it. I never left room for my husband to be the one to go and get it. I was always the one to go and get it. So it was like when the pandemic hit and they furloughed us from our job, I was the one that had to sit at home and he was the one that was going out to get it. So it was just like, I was able to be vulnerable. Like,
Was that difficult?
It was difficult for me because I was never dependent. I didn't like to depend on anybody, and it was just like Was it
hard to trust?
It was hard to trust him because it was like, damn, I'm at home and I'm broke and I'm pregnant as hell. So it was just like, this nigga got to go get it. And if he don't go get it, who gon' get it? So it was like, that's how I felt. But it was just like, I had to be vulnerable to him and I wasn't used to that. So it was just like, it helped our relationship because at the same time as, me feeling like, fuck, is he gonna do what he's supposed to do, or do I need to go do more? It was just like I had to trust him to be able to say, babe, I'm gonna go to work and I'm gonna get this money and we're gonna get our bills paid. It was just different. So it was, the pandemic helped us because, like, not to say I didn't trust him before, but I learned to trust him
more
during
It's a whole level of trust.
Yeah, it's a whole different level.
A lot of women in this generation have that problem because they've been the one steering their whole life. It's hard to give the wheel to someone else to trust.
Yeah.
I feel men have that same thing where I have to trust you to protect me.
Yeah.
When I'm out here running and I know I can trust the home.
Yeah.
So it's too. Trust seems like a big issue in a lot of relationships.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any concerns that the positions cause issues in your trust? Like the leader, the alpha? Does that ever come to a play where you're like, man, she won't let me do my thing? Or she won't let me...
That's natural, though.
So
There's going to be some things that you're going to bump heads on.
It is, but at the end of the day, he's never given me a reason to not trust. And that is a big thing. So it's like when he's out and he's gone for days, weeks at a time, I'm not sitting here biting my fingers like, oh my God, what is he doing? Like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. That trust is there because he's never given me reason to not trust. And I've always told him, like, you don't give me reason to not trust. Mm-hmm. Like, why?
So
sometimes
one thing,
that's hard to let go.
Exactly. But also what I think that is a common theme is, like, while he has not done anything, sometimes internally your own thoughts and your intrusive thoughts can get the best.
And that's what I was going to elaborate on that. There's been times where I will feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? About him being gone for a certain amount of time. And it's not because of him. Yeah. It's because of past relationships. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's because of...
You're projecting.
Yeah, or because of what I see other people, relationships, or what they go through. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, damn. Yeah. This X, Y, and Z or ABC person doing this, why the fuck you can't be doing that? Right. And that's me in my own head. And sometimes I have to check myself. But when I'm feeling a certain type of way, I bring that to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been times that I've given him a phone call and I'll be like, babe, you moving a little funny.
Like, we keep going back to, like, who's driving the car. I always be like, check her Carfax. Like, how many times did she crash the car? Like, if you give her the wheel and she keep crashing the car, she's not a leader. Like, it's really that simple, and vice versa.
So let me ask you this. Like, as a woman that is a leader, like, how do you navigate in certain relationships and friendships where the male or the female, the man or the woman is just not a leader?
The Carfax. How many times has she crashed the car?
Right, but completely aside from that, how do you navigate in those relationships?
How do
you navigate in that? Because there are some people that like
they can keep crashing the car and still want to drive.
There are some people that think that they are leaders that are legitimately not. So it's like, how do you navigate in those relationships?
I'm not going to be with somebody like that.
Understood.
It's just really that simple.
Some people can.
You can, but you're not happy. You can't. In technicality, you cannot, because now you're sitting here doubting everything.
Yeah.
And that's just stress upon yourself. And then you're getting in your own head, and now you stressing stuff out, and then it's something that may not be. You're making it something.
But not,
I'm not a crash dummy. Like, I'm not going to keep getting in your car.
It is not possible for everyone to be a leader, though. So that's the reason why I'm challenging everybody's perspective. Is like, everybody can't be a chief. There has to be some Indians.
It's got to be.
So it's like, how do we navigate in these relationships where not everybody possesses the capability to be a leader?
But see, and
that's me.
I'm asking y'all.
I think that's a balance thing, though.
But that's my thing. Like,
I think that's also a balance.
I'm not going to be with somebody who I can't throw you the keys and say you drive.
It's not always necessarily a balance, because my husband is not a leader. Mm-hmm. He's not a leader at all. Okay. But with my husband, I know that when you want him to go somewhere, you have to steer him in that direction. And I'll tell him, babe, this is what I think you should be doing. And then I'll talk him and say, listen, this is how we do it. This is how we get there. I think, this is the path to do it. And he'll go that direction. But everybody's not a leader.
No, everybody is.
I coach him up.
I have to coach him.
GPS.
He just needs to figure out a way to get there.
But I feel like if somebody is not a leader, like, it goes back to that whole respect thing. I'm not going to really respect that.
That's
not gonna
personal preference.
That's a personal preference.
That's
not toxic.
It's not
because I know that.
Yeah, it's not. But see, some women want a man that knows exactly what they want and how to get there. Me personally, I love the fact that my husband doesn't know what he wants, because it's like, we're gonna figure that shit out together. So
a lot of women can't recognize
their
partner is not a leader. A lot of women can't recognize.
But see, I don't think I've been like.
They would call him a beta.
I don't care.
He's not. What? You can't just put a label on a nigga just because of that.
Well, I mean, you're saying that if he can recognize his faults, then it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm not a leader. I'm not gonna pretend. So
I'm not gonna fake the funk. I'm just not.
But see, that's come back to being true to yourself and identity.
And he's very true to himself, and that's what I appreciate about him, because I tried to make him be somebody he's not, and I beat myself up all the time because I'm like, nigga, I need a hood, nigga, like shit. But it's just like,
that's a Durham in you.
He's not. I'm not from Durham, okay? But no, he's not that. Like, I literally grew up with Durham niggas that knew exactly what they wanted, and it's just like meeting him, he didn't know, and it was just like growing up. Like, we basically grew up together. We've been together 10 years, so it's just like we're growing into each other, both of ourselves. Like, we're both going into each other.
As an alpha woman to trust a man,
it's very difficult.
You don't necessarily think can feel the role.
Right. It's very fucking difficult, but I take that as a challenge to myself, because I've always been an alpha woman, and to be able to step back and say, look, you've got to grow with him. What does that say about me? I'm growing at the same time that he's growing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
It's just everybody cannot be everybody cannot be a leader. Like, that's literally
you got lucky and you got a really good driver.
Yeah.
Just because your man can't drive really good right now, is that to say he can never drive really good?
No.
And maybe you can help.
See, I've never been in that predicament, because if I felt like you was swerving and stuff like that, then.
And I like alpha women. I don't like beta women.
Like you said, you getting up out of there.
Yeah,
you like fuck that. I'm not about to keep crash testing this. Like,
yeah, I'm out the car. I'm not just crash
dummy.
I gotta get in with my neck brace.
Right. It's a wrap. Like, this ain't going nowhere. We doing the same. So I'm not about to be with nobody and keep doing the same shit over and over. That's just not, and that's why my relationships have not lasted. Like, that's why. And when I'm done, I'm done. Like, there's no going back. I'm not about to test the water again.
Yeah.
No. It's just, I understand from Morgan's perspective how hard it is as an alpha woman to give up leadership control to someone who she feels may not have the same skill set as her.
But and that's what I think, to me, is what's more enticing about it, because like I said, I've always been an alpha woman. So to be able to step back and be vulnerable to somebody else that doesn't have it all together, it's just like, fuck, you know what I'm saying?
You kind of appreciate.
Yeah,
I guess I got a prize then on my hands.
Yes.
So I can't.
You got what you wanted. You got what you needed.
I got what I needed. I got what I needed, and I got what I wanted, and that's just it.
That's it. The prize is you got what you want.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what I needed.
But see, everybody gets what they want in a different way. Like, she wants a nigga that's an alpha nigga that got everything they want. I'm an alpha female. I need a nigga that ain't got it, because if I think I always got it, I always fucking got it. And then it's like, it don't give him room to always fucking have it too. So it's
and I also think it comes with maturity as well, too.
Yeah.
For sure.
A lot of times I feel sometimes relationships, we kind of peg how it's supposed to be instead of taking for what it is.
Yeah, it's society doing that to you.
Bingo.
Society telling you what you do and do not need as a woman, what you do and do not need as a man. And it's like, it gets real convoluted, because it's like, I don't know what the fuck I need anymore. And I think that the important part is like recognizing what you do and do not need and acknowledging that.
Yeah.
I don't really like that, but I kind of like that. But I'm in between. I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm looking for. So it's like, even the ability for you to acknowledge that your man is not a leader is something that 90% of women will not ever fucking say. Ever
say out loud.
They would rather shove him being a leader down his damn throat. It will force him.
Yeah.
Force him to be that, when he literally just be like, I just want to chill. Like I
there's
want to
women
play.
who are the breadwinners,
yes,
but they want their man to put her credit card down to pay the bill, just because it looks like he's the one paying the bill.
Yeah, I've seen that. When I worked in merchant and trade, I saw that so many times. I literally am taking a card. His name is Bob and her name is Cindy. I know for a fact that your name is not Cindy. And he's pulling out Cindy's card. And he whipping out Cindy's fucking corporate American Express for the fucking image. And it's just like...
But to me, if that's cool in your relationship, that's cool in your relationship.
That's your business.
Yeah.
That ain't none of my fucking business. To me,
I believe that's empowerment to your man.
Yeah.
In your position, if you coaching him and he feeling like that, he might step up into that.
But see, that's the thing with him. Like, he steps up, but because I'm the person that I am, I have to learn how to step back and allow him to step up. That's my problem.
A lot of women
don't.
For example, to me, Nicki Minaj is the prime example of a woman who's an alpha and she's cool with dating beta niggas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, every nigga she's ever dated is
Safari's
like Safari.
Clown, bro. I don't care. There's nothing in this world that says Safari cool.
There are memes for days.
Oh,
Safari.
But,
I laugh.
So, to me, Safari's cool because he's being himself.
Yeah.
No. What I'm saying is from a beta perspective. Like, compared to her, there's no way that he should have gotten Nicki Minaj.
Why? But that's what she wants, and he's cool with that.
Right.
I'm just talking about from the alpha perspective, what the society says. Society
from
says
society,
she's not supposed to be with that dude.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That dude is incapable of...
Because it's supposed to be Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Like so many women were mad about Rihanna dating ASAP.
Bro, so mad. Mm-hmm. Right out of my mouth.
I feel so... I like him. He's cute and all, but not for her. Like,
Why?
I just don't...
I'm just saying, but no, why?
But it's just... Something in me is just like, and I'm a very good reader. I just don't like that nigga for her. I just don't.
I mean, to me, he's a solid dude.
He's solid as fuck, but it's
I guess
no.
The point is,
but
is
maybe
you don't think he's up to her level.
I don't. That's
but
what I don't.
Maybe she needed that though.
And see,
you
that's
get what I'm saying.
And that's what I mean when I say about a relationship. Because in my eyes, I'm a fucking 10. My nigga might be a 7, but that's my nigga. That's who is for me. So I can't say what's going on in their relationship, but I can say what's going on for mine. And that's why I say we work. They might work. I still don't like it, but we might fucking work.
But there's some women who just want somebody who's gonna make them feel good. They don't care about his money. They don't care about none of that.
Nothing or what he's doing. It's just about how he makes them
got
feel.
8 baby mamas. Because they enjoy.
No, Future is a hoe. Future is a hoe.
Yeah, but these women know he's a hoe.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is they get what they're looking for from him. Someone who can give them the attention that other men can't, even because he knows to please women. He knows how to, obviously, 8 in a row or 8 versions of this.
But some of them women just might want the bag. Like,
that's what I was gonna say.
We're gonna talk about babies. We're gonna talk about Nick Cannon, because at the end of the day, I have my whole thoughts around the fact that
you don't like the tribe.
I don't get down with the tribe because Nick Cannon has lupus, so him procreating is for his own personal benefit down the road, and don't nobody want to talk about that.
Oh, you talking about like organs?
Yes. Bone marrow is what I'm referring to. That's what it is.
Bone marrow.
Wow, this nigga's genius.
Of course he is.
He's evil. He's giving Mojo Jojo in this bitch. Like, you are an evil fucking genius, bro.
Think about that.
Yeah, so he's procreating for his own personal benefit down the road.
To me, the tribe ain't bad if y'all all in the same area. Like, if I had 6 wives or 6 baby mamas and they all in the same city, and we all like literally raising a village, that's different.
That's not what he's doing. That's not what he's doing.
He's flying niggas.
But aren't his babies all by the same couple
4
of women?
8 children.
Yeah,
it's more than
4.
It's
no,
more
it's
than
way
4.
more than that.
It's like 5 women. He's got.
Are we including Mariah Carey or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
She don't need to be included. In that.
It's like
Why?
5
She
women.
ain't the fuckery.
Yeah.
She not.
She ain't with the fuckery.
She's trying to
started the fuckery.
She literally talking about I need full custody.
Full
Nigga,
custody.
You are not fucking
She started
qualified.
she started the fuckery.
She did not. Don't you fucking dare do that. He started the bullshit.
He definitely
They started the
They
fuckery.
started the
Right.
bullshit.
That point. That
She
part.
created Nick Cannon.
Well, I don't
No.
think that.
All right, now you're reaching.
They both did.
I don't think Nick Cannon
like, I'm
would
out.
be who he was
Isha.
without the relationship he became in with Mariah Carey. He would not have gone down this path if he wasn't with Mariah Carey. That's how I feel.
You think so?
I don't know.
No,
I think this nigga realized
I think he
that his
would
time
have.
is borrowed. I need to have as many kids as possible, and Mariah Carey ain't giving me no more.
No doubt. And I do understand I didn't know that part
It's
of
fucked
it.
up.
And so that's definitely part. But I also feel like, damn, I got bread. My other kids.
You don't have that much bread, babe. You
got
don't.
bread, though.
He does not. He literally just stated in an interview that he cannot afford the lifestyle that he is creating. He already
But
said
fuck
that
the money.
he cannot spend enough time with his children to
Right.
give them all equal opportunities
opportunity.
to have a normal fucking life.
And that's what I was gonna say. Fuck the money.
He does not have that much money. How much money y'all think Nick Cannon got?
That's what I was gonna say. That's all about. They looking at the money.
You selling
and
your uterus
they're
for-
feeling like the benefits of having a child by him. But God forbid, what's gonna happen when he's not there?
I know for a fact his life insurance policy is not enough to cover all these kids.
all those kids at all. It can't. Because first of all, you have to reach a certain type of health standards to even have an adequate life insurance policy.
Lupus.
And lupus is
Bro,
not
well, everybody know he got lupus. These life
Exactly.
insurance companies are not giving him a full
policy. Exactly. There's stipulations to that. So, I mean, that's that on
So
that.
basically, Nick Cannon
that's just
is
that on
using
that.
his children. is
Correct.
what I'm saying.
I wanted to
So
I
okay,
wanted to
but
get in-
Nick Cannon's network is approximately $20 million.
That ain't enough.
That's not liquid.
It's not enough.
also not liquid,
But
yeah.
what I'm saying, y'all saying that his
Yeah, some of that is contract value.
That's not liquid.
Some
That's
of
not
that is
cash
money
they can pull out
right,
right now.
it's not valid. But his life insurance policies could
Have you
be.
ever looked up your own network?
No.
Network
Ain't
value?
shit. I'm in the
I'll be
negative.
like, hold up.
I got
Where
student loan
y'all
debt.
get that from?
I'm in the negative.
You ever
let me
Google how much
I got student
money?
loan debt.
Most human beings are negative.
Hell yeah. Definitely a
Because of your
debt.
debt.
What I saw, what I was
Exactly.
worth, and what I have liquid, I'm like, that's two different
It's
things.
two different things.
Ain't no camera over here. Y'all can't see my net worth.
You better read. Yeah, I'm about to say.
I'm
Because
negative,
people
'cause I got
add
student
like
loan
what your
debt.
home is valued and all
No,
that.
that's a part
So
of it.
if you say I'm worth, let's just say $1 million, I'm like, hold up, I don't got $1 million.
You do.
It's not liquid.
It's not liquid, is my
That's what I'm
point.
saying.
No,
That's why
no.
I keep saying he does not have 20 million in
But
liquid.
your net worth is based on your assets.
That's my
But-
point. Yeah.
But
So
that
your
also
home is a
that,
big portion.
that is also
Yeah.
based upon the
So if my
times,
home is worth
inflation,
$400,000,
that is based upon where we're at.
If you say I'm worth $400,000, but I'm putting my car, my assets, but I haven't all that, I'm like, I guess, but
It's
liquid-
never going to be, you can't cash it out for that value.
No.
You know
That's
what I mean?
right, especially when cars are depreciating assets.
sure.
Inflation is killing all of us when it comes
Loans,
to every aspect of our
debt,
life.
credit card debts,
Credit card debt.
loan debts, and then
The
people
only
that you're
reason
paying on the
positive
back
is 'cause you
end.
own a home.
Right.
that
That's
ain't
it.
the only reason.
One of the main reasons.
Yeah.
What would be the other reason?
My cash value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
My
bank
liquid.
accounts, your
Yeah.
liquids.
Your
Those are the
investments.
two main things that make you valuable.
Right.
Because everything else is a negative in America.
Right.
Debt, school
Yeah, your
loans.
average person's like
Credit
negative $1,000 a
cards.
month. in
My
fucking
debt to
savings.
income ratio, all that adds too. Yeah.
But I had wanted to touch on another topic
Mm-hmm.
when we was talking about with relationships, and remember we said in a relationship, do you want comfort or a solution when during having a bad time in your
Solution.
Solution.
Both.
I don't care about comfort.
I don't need to be
Sex.
comforted.
I do.
That's not an option.
That's comfort.
That's comfort.
That's comfort.
Oh, okay, that makes
That's
sense.
comfort.
You fucking
That's
pillow
comfort.
princess.
Nah, and I'm gonna be real. For me, as a man,
You
as
fucking
a man,
Toxic
princess.
femininity.
toxic femininity.
That is not. I was kidding. God
I
damn it.
know. I know.
Were you? No,
Nope.
no. My whole thing is as a man, the problems that I have are no problems that anyone can externally solve for me. There are things upon me that I just have to do. There's nothing that you can support me through these things.
You're right.
But you can't help me with the nut.
Right.
That's kind of like.
But your problems are still there. That's my point. Like
my problems
you
will
might,
always
It's
be.
not
but that's
what
my
you
I
point.
would prefer comfort.
Like, so what? All right. So at the
The
moment,
thoughts of sci-fi are not a direct reflection
Not a
of
direct
the Zen
reflection
Room.
of the
Please
Zen Room.
like me,
disregard.
'cause my problem will
Please.
still be there after I bust that nut. And then I'm like,
bro, now first off, post nut clarity is real, so we're not gonna sit here and act like you're not gonna come to.
Every man has been through that.
No, but the clarity actually helps me with the resolutions.
Basically, that's like saying you're gonna go and get high or go and get drunk. You're using that to band-aid your issues and your problems.
Bingo.
So as a matter of fact,
now I'm even more lazy.
You're just putting a band-aid on it.
I'm trying to say the problems that I have are I need more money. That's
So
the problem that can be.
So you busting the nut is gonna help that?
No.
I need a break.
But see, that's the thing.
I need time.
That's the thing. Y'all are thinking of comfort as sex.
But
No,
that
that's
was
what he
are
said.
thinking of comfort.
That's what
and
you
sex.
That's what he
said. But
said.
back
That's
up.
my comfort.
And when I say both, give me a chicken.
Not a nut, a nugget.
I think honestly, all jokes aside, I think it depends on the situation.
It's
on
the
on that
person.
problem. No, or the problem that you're having. Do you want us? It depends. So it's probably going to depend on the problem that you're having.
That's a good point.
So if I'm having a bad day and I'm stressed out, yeah, I want to go bust off. I get that.
I wasn't the only
on
one.
that. I get that. That's a relief.
That's not
For having
It's not the solution.
I'm just
though.
saying
In my
I'm just saying if it wasn't a
we're not
bad
always
day,
looking
like
for
I'm saying a bad day as far as like stressing, like, oh my God, I was rushing all day today. Now the day is finally wrapped off. Whew, let me relieve. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, my thing is like, damn, I got a tough day tomorrow. I got to do all this. You know what? I could use a post clarity.
giggling about.
I could use some relax.
But-
to me, but drinking beer at the end of the night is the same for me as spending time with my woman.
Yes.
I'd rather
just compared me to a Bud Light.
Right, not a Bud
I
Light.
didn't compare you to Bud Light. I'm talking about
old
the
English.
effects-
I'm kidding.
The effects it comes on me, right? Some people can drink a beer and be like, that's just not gonna do for me.
Yeah.
Versus, I love this person.
Let me get a hug from this person. Like,
15
I
minutes,
think I need both. I'm with you,
be
Q.
away.
I'm
and
with
be-
you.
Yeah.
I need both.
Like,
I need both.
and
I need
that-
comfort
I'm
and a
getting
solution
cool.
because at the end of the day, I want to be told everything is going to be
Right.
okay. I want my nigga to come and kiss me on my forehead as he
And tell
usually
me
do and tell me
everything is
and
good.
rub my
That's-
hair. That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah.
comfort.
That's
And
love.
then after that, I want him to give me a solution on how I'm going to make this better.
that's what I like. And like,
But the option wasn't both. It's one or the
Yeah,
other.
No.
What did you go
but
to?
no,
What's it go to?
it didn't say one.
Yeah,
or.
that's what the
No,
question was.
hey, fuck
No,
you.
it
It
was one
said.
What did you say?
You
Safety
can't change the
on.
question, Alpha.
Safety
What
on.
was the question?
To fit her.
Read the
narrative.
question again.
Okay, it said,
Where's the light?
of each other. Do you want comfort or solution?
It was
or.
when the
Do you
other
or.
was having a bad time.
So how the fuck else would you ask that question to include or it to be both? Do you want comfort or solutions or both? No, it's I
just love changing the narrative to fit
shut
your
up.
damn story.
Morgan,
Or.
come on, Morgan.
Or.
Come on, Morgan.
I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about this nigga.
Okay, sci-fi, come on. I don't know, but damn, I'm supposed to be angry at you right now. Hold on.
Go ahead.
My bad.
Damn. But it's just like, okay, say you can pick one, give me a solution, but at the end of the solution, give me the comfort. You can tell me what I can do to get to the end of the road, but then at the end of the day, I want you to say, babe, I know you had a hard day. Come give me a hug. Come give me a kiss. I hope you feel better. I hate that you feel like this. I'm that person. I don't give a fuck about the solution. We gonna get there, but hell, you ain't gotta help me get there. I can help myself get there, but it's just knowing that somebody else has your back and you ain't gotta figure that shit out on your own.
See, my thing is, I'm not saying you don't give me solutions. I will accept any good advice. I'm just saying I prefer the comfort first.
Nah,
you want the comfort first.
I want the comfort first. I want to be.
I want
What you
solutions.
You want the
Period.
solution?
I want solutions.
I want.
'Cause I can comfort
wanna be
myself.
rubbed on the back,
Okay,
say,
sister
"It's okay,
soldier."
You got it.
But I don't. But what happens after she does that? You still got the problem.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm cool with having the problem. The problem is there.
We gonna
is what I'm
figure that
saying.
shit out
Because you're
together.
gonna figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna. The problem. Every problem has a solution.
It's right.
So I'm not worried that the solution doesn't come. I just know that if I'm stressed over a solution, I prefer comfort in order to give me clarity post nut.
To get to that solution.
But I think in the
I feel
context,
that.
You get what I
I
mean?
think
Right.
in the context of that question, they're asking, do you want your significant other to give you the real, or do you want them to just band-aid that shit? So it's just like, Do you want your husband or your wife to tell you, suck that shit up, figure it out, or do you want them to say, babe, let me help you?
No, don't
like,
say that shit to me. I'm be like, who the fuck you?
Right, so it's that's the kind of question that it is.
I guess
I'm
understanding of the
right.
question.
Okay, so let me read the whole context. It says, some years back, my wife and I got into the habit of asking each other, do you want comfort or a solution when the other was having a bad time? That one sentence can save us from an argument.
Exactly, because sometimes your husband or your wife are gonna say, "Fuck that shit. Do what you gotta do." Or instead of saying "fuck that shit," they gonna say, "Babe, let me tell you how to get there." Instead of you be like, "I don't know what to do," and they just be like, "Well, fuck, figure it out."
Right. I'm a solutions-based person, so I'm already thinking in that manner. For me, I trust myself to get there, but comfort helps me, like, break away from the stress.
Exactly.
Like,
figure the shit out.
To a reasonable, you know what I mean?
Because you're so
cluttered.
tense, so now you need to be untense. You need to deflect, and then
it's almost like the gym things. You know how some people need to go to the gym, work it out, and then they feel better and can have idea. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
So, is it safe to say Sci-Fi has a lot of sexual endurance?
I'm done.
He needs to be.
It's very safe to say that.
Yeah, the second letter is
Sci-fi.
Real sure. That's every man.
But you never.
Yo, maybe not every man, but because I'm a lover.
Yeah.
In an idealistic sense. Like, I'm here to, I want to, exchange. I like that engagement. She doesn't have to be my problem solver. But see, I don't look for that in a
some people don't know in a relationship when it's sex too much or when it's sex enough.
See? Elaborate a little bit.
Because sex can't solve all of my comfort
exactly.
issues. It's not just give me sex.
But there's those people that grew up on, maybe if I seduce him enough, he'll be okay. There's some people that grew up on, sex is never enough. We got to talk about this. I grew up on, let me please him enough. You know what I'm saying? Let me please him enough to feel like he's okay. And then we don't have to talk about it. There's some people that grew up on that shit and some people that don't know. So it's just like there's women.
Is that empty balls thing that y'all be saying?
I don't know.
Empty balls do make the best decisions.
That's why I try to say post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity.
Yeah.
Post-nut clarity, I guess.
And again, and maybe and I apologize if I'm saying some male things, but testosterone tends to cloud a man's judgment.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So aggression, these things that trouble a lot of insecure men, and they don't have an outlet to, you know what I mean, get that off. That's a troublesome thing. And
but that's why I don't want comfort, because after I bust a nut, I'm not going to want to solve my problem. I'm be like, you know what, I'll deal with that tomorrow.
Deal with it another time.
But I don't want to do
now you
that.
relaxed and you're done. And the problem, once again, going back to putting a Band-Aid on it. That's like drinking or doing drugs. You're hiding the problem. You haven't solved the problem, because now you I feel good for the moment. I'm high. I'm drunk. Whatever the case may be.
But see, and that's the clarity that I was saying. When people grow up on the sexual clarity and the non-sexual clarity. So if he grew up on figuring out his problems, not having to reflect to sex, and people that have to go to sex, then it's just that's where he
have to.
Not necessarily have to, but the people that feel like
choice.
You know what I'm saying.
I guess what you're saying is I've always been a solutions-based person. My mind works like that. I think of 30 different things whenever something happens. So solutions is something that I don't lack. I have.
But me, if I have a problem, I can't deal with nothing else. Like, I don't even want to have sex if I have problems. So to me, until I figure it out, I don't want to do nothing but figure it out.
What I will say about that is, I have had conversations with men where, they're having some issues within their relationship. Wife ain't doing her thing. She's not dressing up no more. She's not getting sexy. She's not doing makeup or any of that stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about the dynamics of what she's got going on and then how y'all's relationship reflects of that. Because one thing Morgan Robbins is not doing when my finances fucked up, I'm not sucking no dick. Like, that's the last thing on my fucking mind.
Suck dick when you're broke? Is that what you're saying?
Fuck no.
How can you?
I can't even prioritize.
We talked
I can't even prioritize.
We broke at a certain point in time.
No.
Should not come off the table because we poor.
First of all, how can you think about even sucking dick or having
I'm not doing that. I'm not. If I'm not sucking dick, but I'm talking about pause. That sounds crazy. I'm talking about just pick.
You want to bring the chair in just right here?
Yeah. Oh, careful.
Hold on now. It's a little hose. Yeah, sorry, that was my fault. I should have prefaced the...
That's okay.
So the camera's going off when that happens?
I got them on different delays.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
And just slide the doors closed. quick intermission.
No, it's just crazy that I just think that sometimes we
please
confuse the whole. My sex drive is not tied to my emotions. Mm-hmm. So
right, because you're a man.
Yeah, so I don't. So I can bust a nut.
No, not really, because my nigga is not. He not gonna be in the mood to be sexually if finances is not right.
Right.
For a fact, if finances is not right and he can't, and some shit is going on, the last thing he thinking about is busting a fucking nut. Like, first of all, I'm quite. I've heard that there's some niggas can't even get it up when they stress like that.
Struggling.
Like how the fuck
affects my libido immediately.
If I'm stressed.
What I'm saying is, but it also is a release in times where there's no other. Like, I can't change. I need $1 million tomorrow.
But it's not even $1 million.
No, it's not even $1 million.
I'm talking about like, hey, okay, there's a bill that's coming due. And I need to find a way.
But and that's where I get where he's saying. That's what I say when a lot of men are different. Emotional aspects are to, you know what I'm saying? They emotionally think like, let's fuck and we can be over it. That's where I say a lot of men are like that, but not, you know what I'm saying? So
I don't want to say over it, but I can now come through like, all right, cool. I'm chilling now. I can really look at this from a. Because before I had all this on my shoulders.
And you helping me get still on your shoulders.
But that post-nut clarity
is like,
did we talk about this?
About what it is? Like, no, I'm serious.
I think Mez and I had a podcast, or we touched on a subject like this once before when I was like, help me remember this. It was because I remember saying something about bum bitches. How could you possibly think about going and fucking on a nigga and your shit ain't even correct?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Or at home or whatever. How are you out here running around and you popping pussy or whatever? Or even a nigga slinging dick and your shit ain't together. Like,
I can't
mentally,
do it.
how?
I can't do it.
My shit not gonna get wet.
I want to preface my thing that I'm saying is
what's
when
that
I'm in a relationship.
I can't remember.
When I'm in a relationship, that's the thing. When
it's the same regardless. But it's like at the end of the day, I think that what me, Mez, and Aisha are saying is just like, I don't even have the ability to get aroused when I have that high level of stress. Mm-hmm. Like that's the last thing that is literally on my mind. When bills is due, I got 199 pictures I need to edit. Like I just don't have the ability to
I got
think
that fuck it in me though. I can say fuck it and enjoy the moment. That's what I'm trying to like.
Got it.
Like
okay.
I can say this is on the horizon. I know that's there, but right now I'm enjoying this moment.
So you have the ability to just be and be present.
I can't do that.
I don't think I'm that person though, because I know a lot. Like there's sometimes when I'm like that, but I still have sex. But it's just like I still think about the shit. But I think it's because I'm such a people pleaser.
On my head.
It's almost like niggas that go to the club and you broke. But I understand
that
you having a
weird
moment.
Behavior.
I can't do it.
That literally does not make an ounce
I'm not
sense
saying
to
go ball out, but I can understand saying,
why are you going out when your bills
when your bills not
paid?
paid
You need to be in the motherfucking house.
No,
I'm trying to figure some shit out.
Some people can't think.
It's a maturity. It's a maturity thing.
Okay, so are you saying? Okay, hold on, because maybe I can relate a tad bit, or maybe not. You correct me if I'm wrong.
You can't relate to that.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as like I know,
I know you well enough to know.
So, say for instance, I know that my finances is not exactly where they were, right? My mind's gonna tell me to go shopping, retail therapy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go blow a bag real quick, right? Knowing that I don't need to be blowing no motherfucking bag, but I'm stressed out. And this shit gonna make me feel good for a second to go buy me a motherfucking bag that's $1,500. And I'm gonna cry about it later when I get home.
Like that,
but I'm just saying, I'm just using that as an example.
It don't.
A nut is free.
I can fuck that bitch for free.
Right.
A nut is free.
I guess.
I guess what I'm saying. I understand.
But I'm just saying the relaxation. Like, okay,
it's almost like
I'm gonna go shopping.
To a spa. You got all these bills, but you need that. Just like, let me get 2 hours of just peace in that moment. Mm-hmm. Let me vibe.
One thing I will say about myself is like my mind has always just been stronger than my feelings, and that's
too.
What makes me.
That's my problem.
That's what makes me unrelatable to a lot of fucking people, and why I ain't really got no fucking friends is because like my thought process always results to logic. What makes sense? And me going out to blowing the bag to go shopping, me going to the club,
that's gonna make me worse.
Me busting the fuck, like it just doesn't make any sense to me, and I literally will never be able to rationalize that. Like that does not make any sense.
But I have made stupid choices like that though. Okay. I can honestly say that. It made me, and I'm not even saying like going to spend $1,500, but I may be in a stressful situation knowing goddamn well that I shouldn't be going to spend no money. But I'm gonna go to that mall or a store, and not even just expensive, but just me going out and retail therapy, period. Whether if it's even going to the store to buy shit for the house that I need, I'm relieving that stress. Okay, I'm gonna go and just, all right, I know I need to get this shit for the house. I'm gonna go rack up because now I'm in fight or flight mode. Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh fuck, my finances not right. So let me go stock up on tissue. Let me stock up on some food. Let me stock up on this and that and the third.
You're not making a personal decision for yourself. You're making a decision for the household. So you buying tissues and groceries is not about you. That's different. Now you going out and blowing a fucking bag and buying you a chain or getting some rings or a purse is different. Like that's not what we're not having the same conversation. It's like you literally going to the club.
I just know that people pop, and if you can't process. For me, I'm an expression person. Expression is necessary for me to release in order for me to be at my optimum. Some of the forms of expression is love, engaging with your partner.
Nah, my logic kicks in before my emotions.
Immediately. Well, every time.
I was just telling her that might be unhealthy.
That's a personal opinion.
No.
Hold on. That's a personal opinion.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you can't turn your brain off, if you can't turn that off, I think that's unhealthy, that you can't take a moment to be in peace. I understand there's things coming, but for you to say I can't function properly, you get what I mean? If I don't resolve that, I feel that somehow, that's unhealthy because we all have problems. Problems happen. You can't not have problems in this life. So if you can't just take away a step side to it and give yourself 10 minutes,
some bit of pleasure out of it, like
some bit of pleasure in the moment. That's what smoking weed is for most people. There's no one solving problems.
And people say they don't get pleasure out of it. They can take a drink. Somebody can take a drink. That's a little bit of pleasure out of the situation that you got going on.
You need an hour to yourself in your room. Yeah. I think you find ways to do it.
It may not be sex, but it's some pleasure.
But that's my way of getting to my logic. It ain't about me getting to my emotion.
But in your way of getting to your logic, you take a drink. In his way of getting to his logic, he has sex. So what's the difference?
The difference is we are talking about logic. He is talking about emotion.
He is talking about temporary feeling. That's a temporary feeling. Taking a drink. Yeah. That's a temporary feeling. If he takes a drink, that's temporary. Having sex, busting a nut, that's temporary.
That's a temporary. Because his real world is his wife down there, his son down there, at the job, all of that together. You take that moment away, that's almost like me going to have sex with my girl. Because we both taken a moment separation from what's actually happening.
But hold on, but now we're going away from what the question was. Do we want solution or do we want comfort? I want solution every time.
I'm going to say it again. I want solution.
I got to bounce a little bit.
Solution it is.
For us. Everybody
is different though.
Yeah.
This is magnetic.
It is.
That's weird.
It is.
What was the other question you had? I know.